Whoops. Hello. Hello, hello. Goodness. Sorry, still getting used to this new kind of desk layout that I'm working with. I need to... Give me just a second. Okay. I need some sort of like 90-degree angle adapter for the microphone because it just goes straight down and that is not great. Okay. Let's get this out of here. Alright, what are we doing today? Let's see here. Let me minimize that. I don't really know what we're doing today. I wanted to have that getting started soon screen ready today, and I did not. Kind of struggling to like juggle everything. Feels like there's just so much to do. Like there's stuff I want to get ready and then other things I want to kind of like invest the time in, and then I don't know, I keep getting distracted. I kind of keep working on little bits of things instead of following one thing all the way through to the end, but we're making progress. So this next week I might not stream as much because I want to try and focus on getting some of this other stuff done. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll still have time, maybe I won't. But I just want to increase kind of like my content on other platforms so that hopefully other people can find me, and then also increase the quality of the stream. Because like instead of doing this stream, I could be working on getting the started soon screen working, and then every stream would be better. Or making more progress on getting my actual VTube, my PNG model completed. So, I don't know, but I do like streaming. So, we'll see. We'll see. But we're making progress. It's not that things aren't happening because I'm not working on it. I keep dividing my attention just a little bit too much. There should be a lot of uploads on my YouTube channels this week, though. Maybe not like a lot, but all of these streams will be going up there with minor edits, and then there's like some clips and other things. So I did off stream, I figured out why the last number doesn't match to anything. I think it's just a shortcoming of the article that I was looking at. It just didn't know that this last number is not going to correspond to anything. But it was a simple fix. Over here, I just have it count from or populate a number anywhere between whatever number is in this cell, which is 1, and whatever number is in this cell, minus 1. So it's I can't even, like, it's picking a random number between E2, which is here, and the index to like the top, somewhere in here, it's going to grab the value in the last cell, and then it's going to subtract it by 1. And that is going to be the upper level. So I did some tests. I can actually show what I did. So I changed this to 0, and then I changed everything else to 0, and then I just gave a bunch of different things a weight of 1, and so now it should populate from 1 to 4, but not 5. And if I do that a bunch of times, you'll see that 5 does not pop up. So it was a pretty rare thing to have to worry about, but I would just rather it not ever happen. So we're just gonna undo all of that. So we did that. That one's done. It's done. And we can get rid of it. What else? This I didn't really get a chance to look into. I'm sorry, it's so complicated. It's so complicated. I have like 14 tabs, I think, open, trying to piece together a good way to do that. This is something I would like to work on. So currently, on the front end, every time I hit the random button, we get something new on every single one. And I feel like in order to increase the amount of things that we can have on here without it becoming overwhelming, that some of them should only regenerate less frequently than others. So we could either do it on a percent chance that maybe, this only updates, this updates 100% of the time, this updates 50% of the time, and this is only 25% of the time, or something like that. Or it could be on an actual cycle. So every 5 randoms, this would go, but every 3 randoms, this would go. And I think that would let us have some more interesting stuff, because another thing that I want is some sort of news feed on the front that just kind of has random, stupid news stories. And that is something that you would only want it regenerating every 10 or so times, or whatever it is, so that you don't just run through all of them, because I can't come up with 100 different articles. It's kind of the same thing with the chat. There's only so many things I have in here, and I don't know, some of these are just inevitably going to be more than others. So that's something I want to look into that maybe we'll do today. Something else that might be fun is improvising role plays, where there's a Mad Libs randomizer where it gives me random nouns and places and verbs to fill in a template prompt that says you stumble upon a blank at a blank and they ask you to blank or something, and then I would have to kind of improvise a ASMR roleplay around it. It honestly sounds kind of brutal, but I feel like it would be good for improvisational skills. I want to add work, adjectives for the work percentages. So for this, when it says giving 77% effort, it might be you know what, let's go ahead and start with that. Let's just start over here. So we'll do 0%, 1 to 10. Oops. Let's format these cells as just text. that's fine. I don't know, maybe we'll adjust it. We'll see. We can come up with some fun adjectives for this. So, and really, I think I need these in like different columns. Like what? Okay, fine. I'll just put it as general. Okay, fine. Turn them all into numbers. I don't. Nope. You know what? I'll start over. I like Excel, but sometimes it gets on my nerves. Alright, so let's do this down to 91. And then over here we'll do 10, 20, and then we'll drag those, we'll drag those down. Okay. And now, so these are the ranges. And now we have to think of an adjective. So it's going to say is giving. And then let's say like is giving. I guess instead of single words, it'll be tiny little phrases. Like maybe there'll be more than one. Sorry, just a second. Am I talking too? I'm gonna turn up my gain a little bit. I feel like I'm talking pretty quiet today. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. I don't know, it's probably fine either way. So let's see here. Is giving an oh god, adequate. There's no way that's how you spell that word. Oh, of course, there's an extra E on the end. Whoops. I don't know why that system, and like system sounds come. I need to add that to my to-do list of things to do before I start stream, because no matter how many times I turn the system sounds off, they come back on after I restart the computer. Turn off system sounds. Little typing ASMR for you there. Is giving an adequate whatever percent effort today. And we could say like of effort is giving 45% of effort. I don't know what the best way to. Some of these might be a bit weird depending on what all the different prefixes we come up with are, but let's just keep going. I also want to see if maybe we can include a 110 and maybe weigh it. Like, what is your problem now? See, it says convert it to a number, but I know it's not the number format because then it would have decimal points. So, like, I don't even know what Excel's bitching at me about half the time, man. It just seems like it comes up with things to be upset about, which I can empathize with a little bit. But alright. And astounding. Oh goodness. Why am I picking such difficult words? Astounding. Is there just no U? I think that's right. Okay. An astounding. Maybe I should have made like smaller sections, or maybe we'll come back to this a little bit later if we think of good words. A lot of these start with vowels. person. Is there anything worse than abysmal? There's like 2 S's in there or something, I'm sure. Is that really how you spell it? Okay. Abysmal. Maybe this is awful. I don't know why they all start with vowels. Here we go. Pitiful. There's no way that's how you spell pitiful. God. A pitiful. He's got his pita pocket and it's full. I know how to spell pitiful, I swear. Oh god. This is so embarrassing. I'm just gonna have to Google it. I don't know why. I just can't see words in my mind's eye, in my inner dialogue. Oh, okay. I don't remember how I was spelling it before, but I guess I wasn't I guess I was using an A. Pitiful, not pitiful. I don't know. Words aren't real, man. They're not real. Pitiful. Terrible just feels like it's hard to put above or below awful. It feels like it's kind of the same thing. I'll put it here as like a placeholder. Terrible. I know how to spell that one. I think. If it's spelled wrong, I accept no responsibility for that. I'm sorry, I haven't even been looking at I keep forgetting I have my... There we go. My model over the screen. What else can we go for? We could go for... We already used incredible and astounding. Might have to come back to this. I am not the best at like generating words. What's something that's just like barely above abysmal? Or maybe abysmal could take up this slot, and then something that's just like the absolute worst. We could go for... I don't want to use like curse words or anything, because like it would be effective, but that's like too easy. I want it to like flow. I don't know. I think we'll save that, and we'll come back to it later when we're feeling more word smart. Whatever you want to call it. I guess we can work on how to actually implement it. So it's gonna be like an if. I feel like it'll be similar to this one, right? Because it'll be like whatever's between. I guess we can do like the less than, like the same thing that we're doing over here with the over here with the index, or with the match. That's what the specific function is, the match, where we'll generate a random number, we will match it to this, and then choose the lowest one That's gonna be weird with like 110, so I still don't know. Because there's like a gap. We could just do like 100 to 110, but I feel like 110% is like the... I'm so sorry, I'm blocking off the view again. Use scroll lock. There we go. Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, in Excel, you can use the scroll lock key on your keyboard. If you have a laptop, there's usually a shortcut for it on my laptop. I believe it's like FN, the FN key, and K. And whenever you hit it, it'll scroll lock so that usually your arrows do the cells. If you hit scroll lock, you can use your arrows to do the pages. Something else I'm going to do that I do on a lot of Excel worksheets is I'm just going to put something over here, and that just makes this scroll farther by clicking on it, which is something I find helpful, because if you don't have this here, well, you'll see the size of the bar is going to change. And oh, because I'm still over there. Well, there we go. Now see, the bar is like way big because it only wants to scroll over as far as there's data. And a lot of times I don't like working on like this side of the screen. I find it annoying. And so sometimes I'll just put a little X to shrink the size of this bar so that I can freely get that information closer to the right side without having to scroll lock or do anything, or just, hold the button and then click back over. So this is contingent upon multiple values that like add up to each other, and this would not be like that. So we might just need a list of all 100 values, which is not great. Maybe there's a different rand function that we can use that allows for gaps. Sorry, I'm gonna fix the creaking on my chair this week. Hopefully my nylon washers came in, but I have not had a chance to put them on. So regular rand gives you like a decimal, which is not good. Rand between is what we're using, but it does not allow for gaps. Rand array, that returns a whole array. Oh god, what happened? I know what happened. We're like inside of a table for some reason. Why does the table come over here? Let's move to some... You know what? We have a tests thing for this. So let's see what happens when we do rand array. I always hit enter instead of tab. So I think it's just going to generate a whole bunch of stuff. So let's say 2 by 3 with a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 10. And we want them integers. I could have swore I said we wanted integers. Oh, I have to... It's not like a select, it's you have to put in a value. Oh, you have to type in a value, okay. Let's say true. So yeah, rand array is not what we're looking for. We could do this same thing where we give each number. That is so much work. Like, we could list 0 to 100, and also what we could do is we could list all the numbers 1 to 110, or 0 to 110, and then we could give each of them a weight of 1 and give 101 to 109 weights of 0. That would work. That also seems extremely inefficient. But it would work. So maybe I'll look into that a little bit. We could at least get it working for 0 to 100. That's the most important thing. So if we wanted that to work, this is going to give a rand number, but something else is going to have to reference it. And if something else is referencing it, it's not going to be able to do it from inside the same cell, I don't believe. So this will have to be in a different cell. And that name of that cell will go here. And then sorry, my brain is loading. And then inside of this cell there will be something else that says if, like some sort of if statement, and then a match statement for that cell. I'm like torn on whether I want to do this right now or if I'm burnt out, but I'm afraid if I come back to it later I'm gonna have to like refigure everything that I just figured out. So, oh, sorry if you could hear that. That's like my radiator. Okay. So it's looking up a value on an array. And it's matching it a certain type of way. And it's just giving like that value, and then that value is being index matched to something else. So the something else in this case would be the list of adjectives. This would probably be just this. So we don't even need any type of if statement, it's just an index match. So let us figure it out. Okay. It's always hard because like you're just sitting there trying to like figure it out. But alright, we don't really need weights, as a matter of fact. We don't even need these like starting values so much, and like I think 0. I think we need this list. We can always change it later. I think something I should probably improve on is just like starting, and then if there's problems with it later, we can work on it. I'm just gonna put in literally anything that's just in order. So down, even, fat, EF, G, grape, EF, G, H, I, J, we want something. Let's do rand between tab 0, whoops, 0 and 100. Okay, so now we've got our random number. Cool. Alright, so now we want if, like, we just want that whole index statement. So let me see if I can do this by thinking through it rather than just like copy and pasting the other thing. So the array is this. And then for the number, we're doing a match function. And for the match function, we're looking up this among here. And we're trying to do finds the largest value that is less than. So I believe the less than works. And I'm missing a parentheses. I think, yeah, it added another parentheses for me. Did we forget anything on the index argument? We forgot the column number, which I believe it's best practice to put in a 1. I think it doesn't matter. What did we do on our other one? We did put a 1. I don't believe it matters, but we're gonna do it. I mean, I think if you don't put anything, it just assumes that it's the first column, because there's only one column. Like, it could be a whole array, and if your array only has one column, but I think it's probably better to fill out every part of the argument so that you understand it and don't forget it later if it does become relevant. So 63 is returning Henry. And so let's oh, it's still working. Okay. It's smart enough to know. So 85 is between 81 and 90, and it is returning JSON, so that's good. So I think we've already got it working. That wasn't that bad. I need to see what happens when it generates an actual number on the edge. So like there's a 40 and it does generate even, which is what I want. And then let's make sure on a value that's like ends in a 1. Yep. So the only other one is like 0. So just a moment. Sorry. The only other thing I'm unsure of is like 0, so let's get it to populate a 0 for sure. And that does give able. What if I say between like 0 and 1? Because like 1 should populate the bed. Yep. Okay. Okay, so that already basically fully works. The only thing this does not do that I want it to do is generate 110 without generating the other values, which is unfortunate because I feel like if the work we just did was like 5 minutes, that it's somehow going to take another 10 to get that to work. I'm trying to think of if I can nest this rand between. if statement or something. What could I do? I mean, I could just do 101, right? And then I could say that 101. Oh. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't put my phone on vibrate. I should leave it on silent if it's going to be on the desk. I could just use the value 101 and have it generate something else. HIJKL, lemon. Okay. Now let's see if this actually, well, the first thing I have to do, and this is, Excel's actually being smart. It knows that I'm omitting something. We're gonna go to R35. Okay, and now let me force 101 on it. And that gives lemon. What about 100? Still gives Kevin. Okay. So we're doing actually like really good. The only thing is that I want it, like if I did it right now, everything would work, except it would say 101%. So I need to find some quick workaround for it to say something else instead. Like I want it to say 110. Let's go ahead and just get it going. So I'm gonna copy this, move it over here for a little bit, and I'm gonna say is giving and the word and the percent effort today. We'll put in a little space. Is giving, and so again, this would be, you know, an abysmal, well, 101's not abysmal, but so we're doing pretty good. Let's set this back to 0. Okay. It is always saying able. Oh, duh. It's not T24, it's U23. There we go. Okay. So bed is 5, down is 28. All of these are working correctly. I just wanted to say whatever is in cell S23, but if, so let's say if returns one value if true, returns another value if false. That's great. Okay, so we're going to do that. If S23 is equal to 101, return 110. Else, return S23. Oh, am I a genius? Is this going to work? So everything appears to work. I just need to test and see what it will do if it's 101. So we're going to go a little this lemon, instead of saying 101, it will say 110. Man, that was not as hard as I thought. And not, I wouldn't say stressful, but I don't know. So here's the working thing. Let's go ahead and get it mostly over here with the real one. So we'll do that, and then we'll do whatever we'll do the rand between, and we'll do 0 and 101. And then we'll do the index match value here. Copy and pasting would be easier, but I want to make sure I'm understanding what we're doing. So the index is here. And then we match this to this with a match type of 1. We close the parentheses, we put a comma 1 for the column number, we close again. And it's fine, it's just that some of these are still blank, so 10 is in the blank. 56 is not blank, that's adequate. Okay. So now we've generated the percent, and we've generated the thing, just like we did over there. And the last thing to do is to, get the full statement working. So I'll get the statement ready, but I don't think we're gonna put it in just yet. So let's start with this one. Oh, it already is grabbing most of what I want. So is giving. Oh snap! We got the Unreal. We got the 110. Hell yeah! Is giving an Unreal 110% effort today. And I think that's it. We just have to fill in these adjectives, and then we copy and paste it here without changing the reference cells, and then we'll be good. And so actually, I'm going to, what is the toggle for that? I need to know. Is it F4, I believe? Yes, F4 will lock the cell values. Although, to be honest, I'm sorry, that's my heater again. I know that's not a pleasant sound. We don't actually want the cells locked because we're probably going to move this around somewhere else, maybe onto the actual table. So anyhow, we will leave that for now. We'll come up with some more adjectives, and then we'll fully implement it. Let me see if the word part of my brain is working at all. We could do drum roll, please. Don't do a drum roll, it makes me anxious. It makes me feel like people are expecting something. I know I could look it up and just use a dictionary and synonyms and antonyms and stuff, but I feel like that takes the fun out of it. Not that sitting here racking my brain for words is fun, but just kind of feel better about it at the end. Although probably whenever I finish, I will look for some other words. I feel like I can come up with something better than Unreal. Ooh. Is giving. Oh, what is that word? not believe for even 1 second that that's how you spell that word. I'm gonna double check. Maybe I do know how to spell stuff, and I just doubt myself too much. That is how you spell it. Okay. An unfathomable. I shouldn't have picked this because I don't even know how to say it. Unfathomable. Unfathomable. And unfathomable. Whatever. That's a good word. Do we just shift these down and then put Unreal there? What do we think about terrible? Where should that go? Oh, that's a 18-wheeler on the old interstate. Pitiful, awful, terrible. I feel like these are all like pretty the same. I'm just gonna put terrible in here. And maybe we'll shift this up or down. What's between terrible and adequate? Pitiful, I feel pretty good about like being there. What's between pitiful and abysmal? We could go for we're so close. We only need 3 more. I don't want to come back to it later. I'm stubborn. I want to finish. I don't want to do this later. We could go for I feel like horrible does not work. Horrible, terrible, and awful all feel like the same thing. Like pitiful implies something more, like than just bad. It's like, it's not just bad, but like I feel bad for you for how bad you did. I'm gonna put horrible over to the side, but I don't think we're gonna use it. If we were, we would switch out awful or terrible for it. It just feels like the words are on the tip of my tongue and I don't know what to put. What's between terrible and adequate? Agreeable. Is that a word? Okay. I mean, I know it's a word, I just don't know if... It just feels weird having 3 vowels together. I have, like, major gripes with whoever invented and maintained English throughout the years. I don't think they did a very good job. Okay, between adequate and terrible. Like agreeable feels good. That feels better than adequate. I don't think adequate should be any lower. Adequate is like average or better. So like, I guess like 50 would be adequate. But like all the way from 40 to 50 does not feel good for adequate. At the same time, I feel like something should be between agreeable and incredible. Like incredible just feels like the same as astounding. Agreeable, what's something like good? I don't want to just say good. That's not like a fun, like an expressive word. Something that means good. Like not great, but good. A great, I don't know, a great 72% effort today. That doesn't sound good. Ugh. We might just have to come back to this later. I'm worried this is making like this portion very boring to sit on this for so long. But we made a lot of progress. We figured out, like, basically the whole thing. Like, all the hard part. Well, what should be the hard part is done. Apparently, the hard part is coming up with a list of 10 freaking words. So, that's good. I think I'm gonna do a stretch and a hydrate. And it's been, goodness, like an hour already. I think we might go for just like an hour and a half today. I'm sorry, I don't know how everybody feels about the gulping sounds. That's not like on purpose. That's just how I drink. That's how I drink water anyway. I don't usually gulp other stuff down, but for my water, I never feel like I'm hydrated enough. So whenever I do remember to drink, I just chug it. Okay. This. Oops. Sorry. I need to like come up with a good color coding system, because like this we did some, we're just not done with. And if we're only going to go for another half hour, I think I will just go ahead and do some triggers. I don't need to change anything, right? Like, I've not altered anything. I think the only thing we changed was getting 257 not to count. I'm sorry, just a moment. Okay. I don't know why my mouth and throat and everything just make a bunch of weird noises after I drink water. So yeah, that was the only thing we changed. So the front end should be fine. So let's see here. Let's see what we get. We got tapping for Fantastical House. And their sibling Fantastical Poster is wondering if I'm real. I am real. This is a live stream. Speedy Envelope is giving 86% effort today. Thank you, Speedy Envelope. Yeah, I still don't like the mic tappies. What about on the, what is this called? A shock mount? No, I don't like how those sound. Those are like too bassy because of the suspension. I actually really like how this mat sounds. That was tapping for Fantastical House. Negative affirmations for Hot Countertop. That reminds me, I need to fix the positive affirmations. I still have those off. Hot Countertop. You are entirely too warm to place anything on top of. It's a countertop should be like a nice neutral zone, like not the freezer, not the oven, and you could put cold stuff there, you could put hot stuff there and not worry about it altering the state of what you're putting there. And it's just, you gotta, I don't know, man, you gotta step it up or turn it down or whatever it is. We need a neutral countertop to prepare our food on, and you are not serving that role in any way, shape, or form. Please look within and find yourself or something and take care of that. Thank you. Why did negative affirmations and negative HR meetings show up so much? At least until we fix the positive ones, we should have those. Because I feel like they show up all the time. Literally all the time. Oh my god. Oh my god, we got a cats gif. We got our first cats gif. I have 120 cats gifs for pulling up. And it's weighted a little low because it is a special occasion. But we're gonna go ahead. I guess the other thing I forgot to do is we need a randomizer for it, and I need to build that in. Let's put that on the to-do list. Cats GIF. You know what? Nah, we're just gonna do it right now. We're gonna do it right now because it is not that hard. Cats GIF. And then, so we'll just say equals cats GIF. And we'll say cats GIF number rand between 1 and 120. There we go. And that probably changed on the front end, which is fine, but we will do cats GIF number 41. Just a moment. Okay. Let me pull this up really quick. Just a moment. Sorry, trying to figure out the best way to do this. So we'll go to that folder. I should probably have this open in the future. So we'll do number 41. Let's open it up. And then I just have to no. Okay. Here it is. This is Cat's GIF number 41. It's everybody's favorite type of cat GIFs. It's cat GIFs from the 2019 hit movie that everyone loved, that everybody adores. So here you can see our character, Mr. Mistopheles, the magical cat with his magical hat that accommodates his ears. It has no holes in the side of it except whenever he puts it on, and then it just magically lets his ears go through. Incredible, incredible. Everyone's favorite. Mr. Mistopheles, give it up. That was cat GIF number 41 for whoever decided to redeem that. Congratulations on the first cat GIF. Many, many more to come. I will not be accepting any questions on why I have 120 GIFs from the Cats movie. I guess we'll just go with what's on here next. We have typing for Brave Countertop. And Red Voidling is giving 44% effort today. What did we say that was? 44% is to be determined. We don't know. Typing, let's go. is that? 3%? Dude. Just leave. Just go home. Thank you. We have name spelling for lazy yak. Name spelling. Lazy yak. Lazy yak. That was name spelling for lazy yak. I am so glad I have this Excel sheet. It is so much easier to just have people redeeming stuff rather than just trying to decide what to do on the fly. Although, I do think I am going to just pick my next trigger. We're gonna do Mike Scritchies. We're gonna do Mike Scritchies. Are you ready? Are you ready? Mike Scritchies for Juice Cub, because he runs this stream and he can redeem whatever he wants whenever he wants. Congratulations, congratulations. Next, we just did tapping, so we're gonna skip it. We're gonna skip it. We are going to skip it. Sorry, Smooth Cube, but we just did it. When is the next stream? Probably not until next weekend. Probably not until next weekend. Hot Voidling is on a hot streak or something. He's giving 89% effort today. Good for you, good for you. You get a raise. Never enough to match inflation, but you get a raise. Congratulations, congratulations. Positive performance review for Smooth Yak. Smooth Yak, thank you so much for your performance this week. You have been killing it with the customers, and you're so smooth when you cold call them and sell them a bunch of stuff they don't need. You've sold 500 crates of milk to dairy farmers. Incredible. Incredible. The rest of the team could learn from you, so keep it up, keep it up. Fantastical Bread is giving an unfantastical 59% effort today. Step it up. Step it up. Please and thank you. Ooh, Rubik's Cube for Productive Bread. I forgot to grab my Rubik's Cube. We're back. We have a Rubik's Cube. We have the Rubik's Cube. is scrambled. We're gonna go ahead and solve it. 3, 2, 1, go. Probably a minute and a half, or a minute and 45, something like that. That was Rubik's Cube Solve for Productive Bread. And Fantastical House is lurking. Have a good lurk. Have a good lurk. Let's see, what's next? What are we gonna get? Finger flutters for Brave Heater. Have a good rest of your day, Quirky Yak. Have a good rest of your day. I still don't know how I feel about the finger flutters. They're not bad. It just doesn't feel like there's enough to them. Maybe my fingers are not nimble enough. I don't know. I feel like I might remove this one. I feel like my fingers are also like super dry. I don't know if they sound dry, but like I've been putting lotion on them and it has not been enough. It has not been enough. It's just starting to get really cold and dry. So that was Finger Flutters for Brave Heater. Fantastical Race Car is giving 73% effort today. 73%. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, headpads. Headpads for Worried Shirt. I'm gonna try something a little different. Let's see what happens if I do this. What do we think? Do we like these head pats? Or these head pats? I feel like I kind of like both of them. Like this one's like more soft and relaxed, but the other one like scratches the inside of my brain better. Handsome Dumpster has clocked out. Thank you. Have a good lurk. What are we gonna get next? We got... Oh, Infinity Cube. I grabbed it whenever I grabbed the Rubik's Cube. Well, I thought I did. Sorry. There it is. I found it. It was under the hat. Infinity Cube for speedy countertop. I'm gonna try and do this a little further from the mic. Oops. Whoops. Infinity Cube for speedy countertop. I really gotta fix this chair. I have to fix this chair. Sorry for the bonk. That was my bad. That was my mistake. We also need to change or add waiting to chat messages and redeems, because I feel like some of these should show up more than others. We also just need to add to them in general. We need to add to them in general. We should also add some more like trigger words and stuff, but I don't know. There's a lot to do, but I don't just want to work on the sheet every day. Like, I also want to do some triggers. Because I don't just want to like finish the sheet and not have anything to do. So I think we'll work on the sheet a little bit each day and then do some triggers each day. That way we give a little bit of variety. Let's see here. Finger flutters, we just did those a little while ago. Productive house. That's not very productive of you, productive house. 7% effort. 7%. I'm not even mad, I'm just disappointed. You're getting the disappointed dad look, and I'm just gonna really hope that that's enough and that you step it up on your own. Oh, a stretch. I will take a stretch. How are you doing today? I am doing pretty good. Got a bunch of stuff done. I made burgers and fries for dinner, which was very tasty. I have been wanting a burger, I feel like, for 2 weeks straight. And I gave in. I got like a fast food burger last week, and I was just like, this is disgusting, and it was not worth the money. So today I made my own burgers with, it's really just a cheeseburger, but a burger with American and mozzarella sliced cheese and onions and just a little bit of ketchup. And it was pretty good. It was pretty good, and I made some fries. So that satiated my burger craving, and I made 4 burgers. So I have 2 more for tomorrow, for dinner tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. I hope everybody else is also having a good day, and a good night, including you, brave voidling. Ear licking, ear licking. Oops. Let's see if I can do it better. This time I'm having trouble getting it to be kind of like loud on the microphone. So instead of holding it near it, I think I'm going to put it up against it and see if the vibrations go straight through. So I'm going to test that and we're going to see. Give me a moment. I'm going to grab the other one. I'm going to mute for a second. Okay. Hot humidifier, right in the middle, 50% effort today, 50% effort. Okay, here it is. Earring for Worried House. I'm gonna turn my gain back down, my goodness. I feel like it might be better to focus on more of like the ear eating sounds than the licking sounds. It feels like the licking ones are hard to get across. And I feel like I kind of like the ear eating sounds better than the licking, personally, anyway. So maybe I'll pivot towards that, and then maybe change it if I can get a better mic in the future. We'll see. To be determined. To be determined. That was ear licking for Worried House. Thanks, bursting banana. I don't know, man. I guess that's like the great thing about this is like you get a bunch of combinations you weren't really like planning on, but I don't know. Wet candy bar and bursting banana are not great usernames. Although I will say those are by far not the worst usernames I have seen on Twitch, so I guess it gives a little bit of authenticity there. Have a good lurk, Hot Yak. Have a good lurk. Negative performance review for Quirky House. Quirky House, you are just, to say dropping the ball, I think would be like understatement of the year. It would almost be better if you were doing nothing. Like you're being actively detrimental to what we are doing here, if I'm being honest. So I don't really know what more to say. Just get out of here. Just get out of here. Just go. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Get out. Get out. That was a very negative performance review for Quirky House. Sorry, he's been on my last nerve these last 15 seconds. So he's gotta go. He's got to go. What do we got next? Ooh, scissors. We've messed around with them a little bit, but we haven't done an actual redeem. So I don't know if this redeem should be called scissors or if it should be called haircut. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm a tailor. Maybe I'm altering your clothes. I don't know. That would be, I could tell you I'm the wrong person to do it, but if you're paying me, I'm not gonna turn it down. I am ever the capitalist. So we have scissors for speedy humidifier. my friend. You are good to go. Also avoid photographs and seeing anybody in person and video calls and anything like that. Probably just go stay in your house for a good 6 months and you'll be good. Oh, sorry, I hit my infinity cube with the scissors. Greasy bread. It's the end of the day. I don't even feel like addressing that. It's like we're getting close to the end of the stream. I'm not even gonna bring it up. Just I'll deal with you tomorrow. Bursting candy bar. That candy bar is full of all types of ingredients. Commanding bread is lurking. Finger flutters. We can do another finger flutters. I do think I'm gonna remove this trigger though, or at least weight it less. I need to evaluate the weights on everything, because I mean there's some that are more fun to do, but also some that sound better. I don't know. I mean, if I had like a bunch of chatters and they really like the finger flutters, I wouldn't mind keeping them, but I personally definitely like doing and hearing the head pats and those types of things a lot more. I think we're gonna do these just a little short so that we can fit in one more. That was finger flutters for greasy bread. Actually, I think we're gonna add something. Just a moment. We're gonna add heavy breathing and light breathing. And then we'll give each of those a 10. What? Why does this go to 29? I feel like Excel is trying to be a smarter than it's supposed to be, and is like updating when I don't tell it to. Okay, this whole thing should be the dark style. I need to look into getting Excel's 365 for like an actual dark mode, because that's annoying. And I think I'm just gonna pick the last trigger. I think we're gonna try light breathing. I don't know how this is gonna work, because I know that the like popping is bad. So maybe I use the pop filter for this and I can just blow and it's fine. Let me try without it. Oh, goodness. I guess this isn't even light breathing. This is just like wind blowing, which is different. What would light breathing be? Just was doing before. Wind blowing. And we'll give that a 10. And let's test it. Let's see. So this guy is going off of. See, like, why is he going all the way down? Okay, so here's 26 and 27, and that should be 28, and that should be 29. This is 28, and this is 30. Like, why though? Like, this one's grabbing one up. This one's also grabbing one up. I hate Excel sometimes. I don't know why. It's just like, oh, I know better. I know what you meant. It's like, we really don't. Like, maybe I could change this so that it stops doing that, but like, formula omits adjacent cells. That's fine. Like, okay, maybe if I ignore the error, it won't. 26, 27, 28. I might just have to drag this down like way further than it's supposed to go. See, like, like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 45, 34, 32. So I don't like. I guess I'll just keep these dragged down like ahead of time because it shouldn't affect anything, and the less I have to manually update it, the better. See, like, what? It changes the style of it and everything too. On just like the next cell, has it jump a bunch, and then goes back to doing what it was doing. Like, I don't even know, man. That's probably one of Excel's like autocorrects or something stupid that you have to turn off in the settings. So 41, 42, 43, 44, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I don't think we'll add that many more triggers, and if we do, we can get to it. Wind blowing. Wind blowing. For 10. Okay. And then let's just regenerate a bunch and make sure. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's going to be using whatever values at the bottom of here, which is fine. So there shouldn't be. What is your problem now, though? 28, 29, 30. Just ignore the error. Thank you. Thank you. It's kind of fun. I don't want to stop, but I do have to get up early in the morning, so we're probably going to call it there for the night. Thank you, everybody who tuned in and is watching the VOD or the YouTube video or whatever. Hopefully all of these will be uploaded to YouTube this week. It just takes some time because I have to go through and take out the kisses and the ear licks and such because I don't want to get bonked by YouTube. So, but I already edited the other ones and I ran my stopwatch correctly during this stream, so I should be able to do that. I have some sketches I am working on for my regular channel. I working on some ASMR content for that channel, although I think that's mostly going to be like stream re-uploads and highlights. It's kind of hard to, I don't know, I'm supposed to be like office themed, and so it's kind of hard to come up with like office themed role plays, at least in the vein that I'm going for. Like, I don't want to be just like a generic office VTuber, I guess. I don't know. I have like a specific flavor that I guess I'm going for, where I don't know, I don't want it to be like too depressing or anything, but I think like the idea is like I work for this giant corporation, and so like all of my stuff is like specific things. I have a really good idea for the first one, but I don't want to like give it away. So, I don't know. I have a good idea for the first one. I've had some other ones that I've been messing around with, trying to figure out like a good way to get them to work. So, we'll see. I don't know. I will keep working on it anyway, but I mean, I still have to record the first one, and the first one might actually be kind of long. Although I say that, and every other time that I've like read something that I've written down, it'll be like pages and pages and pages, and then you blow through it in like 5 minutes. So maybe it's not as long as I think it is, but it probably will take me a while to do it. Other updates. Yeah, I don't know. Just working on a bunch of different stuff. I'm getting more familiar with everything. Trying to make more checklists and things. I went live with Palatra the other day, and I forgot to change my category. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Streaming Balatro in the ASMR category. It's not the worst game to be streaming in here, I guess, because the soundtrack is pretty banging, but yeah, I need to keep an eye on that. So anyhow, I think that is it. Thank you again for watching or tuning in or whatever you're doing, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or of your night or of your... I was trying to think of something else clever to put in there. I don't know, if you're in a parallel universe and you have something other than day and night, I hope you have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Have a good day, a good night, a good parallel dimension, time, existence. Thank you. Bye-bye.